My father was born across the border at a non-Kai refugee camp. That's why his name is Nong. And right after that happened, my family got split up. Half my family lives in France, like with my other grandma.
Pending court things, and I was 15, and they were like, "We know you're not going to show up to court, so you're either going to get sent out there, or like you're on your own with it. Like we're not going to help you again." So they sent me out to Arizona into the middle of the desert, and I walked the paths of Native Americans, the Anasazi tribe, and I got gifted a name, Phoenix of the Horizon.
Mile High Minute, #1 blog in the universe, man. Today, I got the special opportunity to sit down with two of the hottest upcoming artists in Denver, Colorado right now. KAROSHI stunnaGLOW. What's that word, man? Talk to him.
What's up? We're here today. First interview. Don't know how to be in front of the camera, but
you know how it is, bro.
It's natural.
Yeah.
It's organic. Yeah. All right. Well, KAROSHI, we'll start with you, man. If you just want to give a quick background, you know, where were you born and raised, and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised Lafayette, Colorado. I stay out in Colorado still to this day. Been here my whole life.
Okay. And you still?
Yeah. Grew up with KAROSHI in Colorado.
Yep.
And grew up in Lafayette, if y'all know where that is.
So are you guys like, when you say grow up with, just like as homies type thing, or y'all?
Well, we actually met. I met him in freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
So we didn't really grow up together, but those are really the only years that matter. Is like high school to now.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. What high school did y'all go to?
Erie High.
Yep.
Erie? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I went halfway at Erie High School. Then I got kicked out for graffiti, whatever, just getting into bullshit. Then I went to Old Columbine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's in Longmont, right?
Yeah, it's in Longmont. It's an
Longmont.
alternative school out there. Like, if you get into trouble or, like, falling off with your grades or whatever, that's where they send you, so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I appreciate it, though. It was a good school.
Yeah. When, did y'all graduate or no?
Yeah,
I dropped out in 9th grade after he showed me what music was.
Yeah, dude.
Like, immediately. He, like, put me on music, and
that's the whole reason, like, one of the main reasons why I switched schools, went to an alternative schools, because I wasn't focusing on school at all, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that shit wasn't, like, benefiting me. I was just focused on the music.
What was it about school that kind of made it tough to focus on school?
Yeah. I don't know. I just hated the authority of it. Like, I just hate authority, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I love doing my own thing. Like, I'm a punk at the end of the day. And I hate going somewhere and having somebody tell me what to do all day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro. I was just always, like, my main goal was always music. It's the only thing I fixated on, so it just wasn't serving its purpose to me, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I think same thing for me. I felt like the purpose wasn't, like, I felt bored, you know? I always did really good in school, actually. I was in AP classes. I was on the honor roll. And I think probably, like, 7th, to be honest, I started in 7th grade, and from there, like, I kind of motivation, so.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your family's from Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay. And you say, do you kind of want to go into that a little bit about, like, who came over here exactly and, like, what led into them coming to the U.S.?
Yeah, so on my dad's side of the family, they're all Hmong. It's a tribe out in Laos. During the Vietnam War, there is a, well, my family was just, like, living in the mountains, doing whatever, just cut off from, like, civilization, but during the Vietnam War, when that happened, the Viet Cong came around and started just, like, everybody, bro. Like, it was bad. It was bad.
Like the communist part of Vietnam?
Yeah, it started
which was north, right? The North Vietnam?
Yeah. Yeah, but they started genocide, essentially, and they were killing everybody. Then, the U.S. joined in on the war, and they started the CIA, actually. They started a project, and they started this special group of soldiers that were all Hmong people. It's called SGU, the Special Guerrilla Unit. And that shit was classified. It's unclassified now, so I could talk about it, but they built an airstrip on where my family's village was, and they hired all the men to fight with the Americans. My grandfather was a paratrooper. He used to jump out of planes, and he would just save, like, downed allies, get behind enemy lines, do whatever. But yeah, bro, shit was rough. Shit was fucking rough. But yeah, during that, my grandfather had 2 wives. It's like Hmong tradition where men don't have two wives so that the wives can stay at home and take care of the kids, and all the men could go out, hunt, whatever. But yeah, during the Vietnam War, my family essentially just got split up for a little bit. My grandmother was working the opium fields, all that type of shit. But yeah, the CIA left us there. They said they were gonna bring us back to America, but no, after the war ended and America started losing, they just left. Just left us all for dead. But my grandmother crossed the Mekong River while she was pregnant with my dad, and she had my aunts and my uncles with her too. But they crossed the Mekong River. My father was born across the border at a Nong Khai refugee camp. That's why his name is Nong. And right after that happened, my family got split up. Half my family lives in France, like with my other grandma. And then my biological grandma with, like, that side of my family, came over to America with my grandfather. They were living in Detroit. And just sort of bounced around the U.S., living in different, like, ghettos around here. But, yeah, eventually we came out to Colorado. And they just found this as a place to stay. Yeah.
What do you think about Colorado made them want to stay here? What do you think the mountains may have helped out a little bit?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think it's definitely, like, the mountains. They like staying away from the city. Because they weren't used to that. It was a third world country, like, small village in the middle of fucking nowhere in Asia, dude. Yeah, I fucking love it out here. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking beautiful out here. I'm really in touch with the outdoors.
That's dope.
But, yeah, dude.
Bro.
That's what I love about Denver is just the balance between the city and the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The balance between everything. Bro.
Yeah.
But like, that story you just told is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I wanted to ask about the war when it comes to that. Because I actually just did a project on that, on Vietnam in general. And, and part of it was North and South Vietnam. And so basically, from my understanding, you tell me like if this had anything to do with it, but so I think it was the north part of Vietnam that was more of like a communist regime, and the South Vietnam was like trying to partner with America.
Yeah, pretty much.
And go more democratic.
It was essentially like a civil war in Vietnam, but they were trying to spread out through like all of Southeast Asia. It was a giant genocide, pretty much. They were just trying to take over.
So kind of similar to what Russia's doing in Ukraine.
Yeah, right now, it's actually like pretty much exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
And then, so what happened, like after the war? Did they kind of, the whole Vietnam kind of turn more communist, or is it still kind of? So have you been over there?
I've never been over there. No. Nah. Yeah, there ain't for me to go back to, man. Yeah. I don't know. I've talked about it with my father. Maybe going out there eventually someday just to see where I came up from, but. Yeah, I ain't never been out there before.
Is it still, from what you've heard, is it still like both parts of Vietnam are kind of different, or are they now pretty similar as far
From what I've heard, since the war ended, at least where my family was staying at in Laos, like, it's still pretty much the same, just like war-torn, it's like third world country. But, yeah, I don't know, it's chilled out a lot since the war ended, but, yeah, it was bad.
Is Laos, where is that? Is that like in the middle of Vietnam? Or?
Laos is a really, really small country right by Thailand and Vietnam.
Oh, it is a country? Okay.
Yeah, it's like a really small country though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right by Thailand and Vietnam. Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Thailand, that's where like a lot of the Burmese
Yeah.
Because the reason I know is because Chinatown Runner, he's a pop rapper out here.
Yeah, dude.
He's from like the Karen Cap or something. I'm probably
I think it's Cambodia.
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
That's I fuck with Chinatown Runner though. Chinatown Runner's cool as hell.
Yeah, he's doing this thing. Okay. No, that's well, I'm sorry to hear about all that.
Oh, it's all good, bro.
But I'm glad that you're able to tell your story.
Yeah, it's all good, dude.
Bro, what's the river she crossed?
The Mekong River.
What's the deal with that? It sounds crazy.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
So the Mekong River was right by the border. She needed to cross to get to the refugee camp.
Like walk through that shit?
Yeah, like by foot.
Across it?
She swam across it. The Mekong River is giant. It's one of the biggest rivers in Asia.
Bro.
Yeah, dude.
Pregnant with your dad, bro.
And with like my aunts and uncles as kids. Yeah, bro.
Monty's dad is Batman.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, he really is.
Yeah, bro.
That's wild. That's a good story.
Yeah, got a crazy story for this.
Yeah, that's
The
crazy.
come up is crazy.
So, what's it like being the child of a first generation immigrant?
Yeah, so feel fresh off the boat, man.
Yeah.
I fucking like.
Yeah,
That's
did y'all take a boat over here, or your family?
No, we flew over here, but yeah, that's one of the things that made me feel as a kid that I never felt like I fit in. I felt like I was different from everybody else. I was always getting picked on or whatever, but yeah, it's just like nice to like still be in touch with my culture, like on that level, you know?
Yeah.
Why were you getting picked on?
I don't know, just because like I was always kind of a nerd back then.
Yeah.
I was Asian. Lots of shit. Kids are just mean, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
The Asian thing.
He's still a nerd.
Yeah. Still a nerd.
Okay. What was before like music? Was there any other hobbies or anything like that?
Shit, before music I started getting into music around like middle school. Just listening to it. I didn't start making my own music per se until like freshman year. But before I was into music, I was like just way into video games, motorcycles, fishing, that sort of thing. Yeah. I fuck with riding dirt bikes a lot. I used to skate a lot.
Too.
Yeah.
Skate, yeah. What was your best trick?
Shit, I was ass at tricks, bro. I just did street.
Well, what kind of like street tricks? What was your or like? Did you?
I could
ollie
like
stairs or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I could just ollie and shit, but I could barely do like kickflips or whatever.
Okay.
I just basically use it as an excuse to get out of the house and just like smoke weed and just like fuck around.
I was pretty cracked at one point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Zach is
like-
a good ass skater.
What kind of tricks were you?
I was hitting like nollie heels. That's like one of my
Okay,
favorite
yeah.
trick.
I learned a heel flip before a kick flip. That's weird. Huh?
Okay, yeah, that is weird. Heel flips were always pretty confusing to me.
Yeah.
My kick flips are still dialed. If you had a board in here right now, I'd whip
Oh,
out
yeah.
the fattest kick flip ever.
I can't.
For sure.
It's been so long for me. I was skating in middle school. I tried.
Apex Rec Center,
Okay.
Arvada Skate Park, best skate park ever.
What's the most stairs you could ollie?
I think I ollied like an 8 stair or something.
Okay, yeah.
Lafayette Skate Park, that's where like, that was my spot.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Lafayette Skate Park,
That one is good. Yeah.
that's where I f***ing spent 12-hour shifts for like 3 years in a row. 12-hour shifts every day, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a stair set there, a 5 stair, 6 stair, and I broke my wrist, bro.
Yeah.
It was so fucked. And then like I went to the hospital and they like drugged me up. There's a video of it out there somewhere. You could see me all fucked up.
Do you know David Reyes? Have you heard of him? He's like one of the best skaters out here.
David Reyes.
I think it's David Reyes. It's Reyes. His last name. I think.
Nah.
Is there? Who's
I
your
haven't-
favorite skater? I'll say that.
I haven't been really in touch. Like I might say some unk shit, and I'm 19. Like, nah, but fucking
Damn, you make me feel like fucking grandpa. Then.
damn. Out here in Colorado, John Herrera,
Okay.
Oh.
cracked, slept on. Matlock.
That's something.
Yeah, I don't.
Hemlock?
What's his real name, bro? No, his Instagram's is just Matlock, and that's what he goes by, is Matlock. He's fire. He's
He's a
cracked.
little older than you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Hansen out of Boulder. He's good.
I had a homie named Matt in like middle school. He was a crazy skater, and he lived up north too, in like Broomfield.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
So I think
Matlock.
he might be the
yeah.
same.
No, Matlock lives in. He goes to like D Park. He lives downtown, so.
Well, this was a while ago. What I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
But-
he could have come up down there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go check him out, bro.
Hell yeah.
He's fire.
How did the music start for you? Like, what was your
Yeah.
first? I guess the first thing that kind of inspired you with the music.
Shit. I would say, well, my grandfather on my mom's side, he's in a bluegrass band. And my uncle on that side of my family is a music producer. He's a DJ. So, as I was a kid, music was always around. Music was always just, like, there. And I was always around, like, artists and shit like that. So, it was just a matter of time before I got interested. But I wasn't really, like, into music until I was in, like, 4th or 5th grade. My dad put me on with, mainly Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, Tupac, Eminem. He put me on to all of his favorite, like, rap artists
Yo,
and rock
don't
artists.
forget Green Bay.
Oh
Or
yeah,
Green Day, bro.
yeah. Green Day was the first band that I like really got
He's
into.
addicted to
Oh,
Green
yeah.
Day, bro.
Old Green Day.
I could tell by
by
when I was listening to music on the way over here, I could hear
Oh yeah,
the kind of early 2000s rock.
yeah, bro.
Yeah. Green Day is dope.
Like 90s.
All those are dope.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. And then when it comes to the music, like, so that's what you were listening to growing up.
Yeah.
Who kind of have you evolved and listened to as the years went on? Because I'm
Yeah.
seeing, because you bring up Ski and X.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
getting kind of Lil Peep, 2016
Yeah, bro.
SoundCloud vibes kind of thing.
Yeah.
Were you listening to a lot of that?
Yeah. Yeah, cause those are the artists that made me like want to start making my own music. It made me believe that like I could just get in there and just start this shit on my own. Cause that's what they were doing, bro. It's like that DIY, just like make my own songs, put them on SoundCloud. But X definitely was the first artist from that era that I really got into when I was in middle school. That shit just like changed everything.
You know, Lil Peep, did you listen to Lil Peep?
Oh yeah, Lil Peep is another one of my favorite artists.
You know, he was out here for a little bit. He didn't like
Yeah.
live out here, but he had a time period.
He was staying out here for a little bit.
Yeah,
I think it was like 6 months or something.
Yeah, bro.
he was with It's Okay to Cry.
Yup.
Yeah, because he's from out here. Yeah.
It's Okay, do y'all listen to Cry, or do you know Cry? Or?
I mean,
Little bit.
How'd
we
you hear
used to
about it?
listen to some songs.
just a little
I
bit.
don't really we don't really keep in touch like these days, but
Yeah. Still, Lil Peep is one of my greatest inspirations. Lil Peep and X. I fucked with the way that they weren't just in it for rap. Like, they could get on a rap song, but they could also just turn around and get on to some punk rock or some emo rock or whatever. I've always respected that. And that's another attribute that I tried to take away from, like, my inspirations was...
versatility.
Yeah, versatility. Being able to turn around and make a rock song, make a hyper pop song, make my own genre, do whatever.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most important things.
Because I don't make music that I think people would fuck with, or I don't make music that I think would make me money. I make music that I like, and I make music that I want to make, and just stay true to myself.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
How did y'all both get y'all's names?
So my name is stunnaGLOW, and for me, I was looking for something, and I chose my name before StunnaGirl was ever
Really?
popping, right?
Yeah, dude.
So let's make that clear. And also, I do this thing, like the way I characterize my name is super important to me. Like the Stunna is lowercase and the Glow is all capital and there's no space. And I do that for like my mental aesthetics. It looks good to me. But stunnaGLOW came from, originally my name was Koala.
Yeah.
But with the C, Koala. And I didn't like that. And then I remember like my homie used to always tell me that I was stunting. Cause like I used to push it on like that. And like
so much drip.
And so he was like, oh, you stunting. And like I've always had this sense of like fire to me and like glow. Like I walk into a room full of people our age.
Yeah,
and I just like glow and like start fires with conversations and shit, bro. And so like
I could tell when you first walked in.
Yeah. And so like I really embody that glow, bro. And so I just needed something that represented those two things, stunting and glowing.
Yep.
You know, so it's stunnaGLOW. And actually, I've considered changing it to just glow. The only thing is like if you look me up, I'm the only stunnaGLOW on the entire internet. There's no other. If you look up stunnaGLOW with no spaces, there's nothing on Google except me and my little songs and shit, you know? So, I like that aspect of it. It's very unique. If I were to just change my name to Glow, then it would
there'd be so much.
There'd be so much other glows even. So, the individuality, like, is there for me. That's why I appreciate it. And it just like, I just want to stunt and glow.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Tell them about your name, Money.
So, I've had a couple other names before I got Karoshi. My main other one was Armani. That was just like my nickname because I had this Armani exchange hat. Everybody called me Monty, Armani, whatever. But I got Karoshi when I started taking this shit more seriously. It's a Japanese word. There's no like English version of this word, but Karoshi basically means death from overwork. And it's like one of the things that'll kill like businessmen and workers out in Japan is they'll just be pulling shifts that are like 3 days long, whatever. Just keep going, not sleeping, and end up like passing away because they're overworking themselves. And I've always like felt that shit. Like I'll have studio sessions where I start at like 9 in the morning, and I'll go until like fucking 6 o'clock at night the next day, and then just pass out, or just like keep working until I just like feel my body like shut the fuck down. Like, but yeah, my work ethic is what got me that name, because I can always like, I've always like identified with that shit, and it just sounds good. KAROSHI, like that's just me.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's a cool, unique name.
Yeah.
That's unhealthy though.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I chilled out a lot. I've chilled out a lot.
That's good.
I take care of myself now, but
I
fuck,
feel you
man.
though. I feel you
Yeah.
though, because there's times as an entrepreneur
Oh yeah,
or creative, it's like
definitely get into
hard.
some spots where you
Yeah.
overwork the fuck out of yourself and it gets unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
bro.
could tell you all about it, bro.
like just me even with Mile High Minute, bro. Like
Yeah,
I probably got, and it's a blessing, but
Oh,
I
yeah, for
worked
sure.
myself into a point where I probably got 10 to 20 different people waiting for promos or
Yeah.
an interview or an edit, you know?
yeah,
So it's kind of like there's no, like, I never
Yeah,
catch
dude.
up. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's like I always
Constant
have
work.
something to do.
Yeah.
There's no catching up.
Yeah,
And it's
bro.
like,
Which
It's
is good
fun.
though.
it's
yeah.
good, but it drives you crazy at the same
Yeah.
oh
time.
yeah,
It's like, it is good though. It's like a blessing. I'm like, damn, like I created an idea.
Yeah.
It has a demand, you
Yeah.
know, so I'd never take it for granted.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
But it's just like, sometimes I just want to, sometimes I envy people who work
Yeah.
a regular job. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, bro.
you know, go to work and then, okay, now I'm
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
With me, it's like, there's no chill. It's
Yeah.
work, work, work. And I love my work, but I feel you. Cause
Yeah,
it's like,
dude.
Yeah.
you know, you overwork yourself and like, shit, you know, I probably took a couple years off my life, you know, just because of this business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro.
Personally, for me, it's not like me focusing on the end result of me blowing up, getting somewhere that's making me do that. It's how passionate I am about this shit.
Love it.
And how much I really do care about the music that I put out. Like, that's what really gets me working like that. It's like, I got a lot of shit that I just gotta prove with this. Feel me? Like, I got dead homies that I used to make music with. I gotta make them proud. You feel me?
I love the first part of that. My condolences
Oh,
for
it's
the
all
second
good, bro.
part. But the first part,
Yeah,
I
it's all
love when
good.
you say that because that's going to take you far.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, don't get me wrong. It's awesome when you do start making money, but
Yeah.
like the passion is what gets you to that point. You know, like
Yeah.
it took me years before I started making money, but I was so passionate. I'll sleep in my car. Like this ain't my every song. My bad. I don't mean to go too.
Oh,
deep.
it's all good, dude. Don't worry
But
about it.
like to go off your point though, it's the passion that kept me going.
Yeah.
And keeps me going to keep doing the Mile High Minute.
Yeah,
Even
exactly, bro.
I could probably go work a real estate job or do something else and make more money, but like it's the passion, you know, that keeps you
Yeah.
going. And it's I feel like that's what separates a lot of the artists
Yeah.
who end up making it far is like the ones who are genuinely passionate about it. And what I always tell people too is my boy Papa J. Reese. He's one of the top like Latin artists out here, and he said when he stopped worrying about blowing up, like what you just said, like he started having fun with the music because
Yeah.
it wasn't about everyone wants to blow up. I get it, but like that's not what it's about. It's you know when you love what you do, like that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. I
fun.
think
And it's less stressful, you know. You're
Yeah,
not.
bro.
When I
Yeah.
first started, I was so worried about blowing up, and then I got to a point I'm like, whatever happens, as
Yeah.
long as I love what I'm doing, that's cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And for me personally, I've gotten all my homies to like realize it over time. Like we've had to cut off a few too because they just couldn't see through it. I always used to tell him that you need to focus on the journey and not the destination, bro.
Yup.
And like we've been having a lot of conversations recently because like I'm at a point for me where like I'm not working right now, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just living off the dimes in my bank account type shit. And like I sleep maybe 4 hours a day, wake up, get back on the computer, bro. Like
Always.
that's my life, bro. And like I've tried to instill that in my homies and let them know like, all right, if you're about this shit, bro, like the time is happening. Like look back at when we started this shit in freshman year, 6 years ago, and look where we are now, bro. We're gonna look back in another 6 years, and it's gonna feel like that again, bro. We need to work, bro. Like, we need to really craft the sound and craft the image mentally, bro, and put it into fruition, bro.
Stay true to yourself too.
And I'm glad that like my homies feel that shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I'm glad you feel that shit, bro, because
Yeah,
like
God.
that's one thing I felt like the most alone in out here. Like, he was the first person that like made me feel like, oh shit, I do got somebody, bro. Because like my drive for this shit is like through the roof, bro. Like, I have the biggest, cockiest mindset with it. Like, I'm just like so dedicated to this vision of music. Like, I'm trying to change the whole thing as a whole. Like, I don't really think this oversaturated market right now has anything to offer anybody's conscious, if that makes any sense. Like, there's nothing that's moving us forward with energy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just all like showbiz at this point. Like, the actual music,
it's entertainment.
Yeah, the actual music like needs to come back, bro. And I think that collectively that could happen, bro, with the right minds, with the right dedication and vision, you know what I'm saying?
Motives.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Now, going off of that point you just made, I know you wanted to talk about like what happened with
oh, dude, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm definitely open to talking about it.
Yeah, let's talk about that
bro.
shit too,
yeah, for sure.
What happened with your homies?
So my homie Montana White, his real name was Eric. We started. Well, I met him through Glow. Can you talk about how you met up with Montana first?
Yeah, bro. So back in the day, with our other homie Cody that we're gonna talk about too.
Yeah.
Me and Cody, I was just a young kid pulling up to Lafayette Skate Park, and me and Cody started getting into skateboard shenanigans, and we started this little collective with all the best skateboarders at the park called Double Grape.
Yup.
And I'm glad I finally get a chance to talk about this, because I see a lot of people like posting about my homie and the grapes, and you don't even know what that shit's about, bro. So, but Double Grape, we started this shit, and it was a skateboard collective. We went into the pawn shop and we got these VHS camera shits. And Double Grape comes from this weed strain from Mephisto Genetics. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're an autoflower seed company, and they make some of the
How about weed
gases bud, bro. We slapped a Double Grape sticker on there, and we got Double Grape. Our homie Eric was added to the group chat by our other friend Martine, and he happened to make music. I was just starting to make music with Soli around this time, so I got in connection with him. He was a producer and a vocalist, and if you go look at him, you should look at him too, bro, because he's still to this day like one of the hottest artists in Denver, bro. Like, if you go listen to his music, you're gonna be like, where the fuck has this guy been at, bro? And so
bro.
We linked up. He happened to live in the same neighborhood as my mom. He was like back and forth between Federal Heights and where I was staying at, and we linked up and instantly clicked, bro. And like, he was my big brother, bro, and like, he took me under his wing. We started trapping. We started like leaving the crib and staying at Shorty's house for like 2 weeks, and like my parents are blowing me up, and like it even got to the point where like there was dead ass like missing posters and cops looking for me and shit, when I was really just like making music with my homies at this bitch's house. Like, that's just what my life was, and it's been that way since. Like, this is 2020, bro, and so that shit happens. I end up getting sent away, bro. Like, my parents had enough, and I like had some pending court things, and I was 15, and they were like, we know you're not gonna show up to court, so you're either gonna get sent out there, or like, you're on your own with this shit. Like, we're not gonna help you again. So they sent me out to Arizona into the middle of the desert, and I walked the paths of Native Americans, the Anasazi tribe, and I got gifted a name, Phoenix of the Horizon. And I'm being so dead ass.
No, I'm.
We in the desert for like 2 months straight.
With who and how and?
With this foundation called Anasazi.
How'd you discover them?
I don't know. My parents found them.
A rehab sort of thing.
Yeah, it was there's like 35 bands.
Yeah,
but this was
in Arizona. Yeah.
And there was like a Native American tribe.
Yeah, so it was founded by this Native American Ezekiel Sanchez, or no, Ezekiel Sanchez was the BYU professor who founded it with Good Buffalo Eagle, who was the Anasazi tribe member who started this foundation for troubled youth.
Yeah.
And while I was out there, so I was out there for 2 months, my parents had known that I was doing all this bad shit at home, popping bars, doing stupid shit. And fucking, they were like, you need to go out there. I go out there. I come back, I'm on a 30-day hold. And during that 30-day hold, Montana actually got killed. And like, I never seen him again, but he taught me everything I know about the music. He taught me like just what life means, pretty much. He gave me a new perspective. He like put some balls on me. He made me grow up.
Yeah, bro.
He really guided me.
But yeah, when I was first coming up and Glow introduced me to Montana, that was when I was first starting to like get really serious about this shit. We were both young as hell, but yeah, Montana just really for real brought out like that confidence in us that we got to this day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm confident in the fact that we're gonna make it. I'm confident in the fact that we got this shit. And that's all from Montana. But yeah, my first night meeting up with him, that's when we recorded that song Froze, bro. Met him that first night in person. We just clicked like that, bro. Yeah. I've never had chemistry like that with anyone besides Glow. To this day, bro. Every single day we were just chilling, cooking up.
Yeah.
Just whatever. We would fucking go over to our homie's house, stay in the closet, record all fucking day. Like, that was our routine, or they would come kick it at my crib. But yeah, Montana, like, really inspired me to, like, take this shit seriously. Because I was talking to him at the skate park, and I was like, yo, bro, I don't care how much plays I get. I don't care how much money I get. I just, like doing this shit. And then he turns around, and he looks at me, he's like, bro, this is your career. You need to focus on that shit. And I was like, yeah, bro, you right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I think he was the first person that, like, made it, for me.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you. Like, listening to X and Peep when we were younger, like, I idolize those people for sure, bro.
Yeah.
But it still felt like they were characters, if that makes any sense. Yeah. And I was still young, so, like, I didn't really understand that these are human beings.
Yeah, bro.
Montana coming around with the talent he had and the vision and drive he had, it was the first time I figured out that this is realistic. It's actually an option.
Like, it's something that I can attain myself.
I was like, oh, I don't have to doubt myself anymore.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was like, wait, like, can I do this? Yeah. Am I able to make music and, like, live and take care of myself? Because that's what it was about. Like, can I do this for the rest of my life and still have my shit taken care of, you know?
Yeah, bro.
He was the first person that, like, let me know that shit's more realistic than I could have ever thought, bro.
So, how did he pass? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, yeah, so...
You want to, like, really get into it, bro?
Yeah, I'll be down.
Like, should we give him should we spill the beans, bro? Alright, so basically, bro...
Let's be honest about it. So, he passed away in a shooting. Just to cut it short, just get the answer out of the way, but... Yeah, he was like 17. It was when I was still in high school. Passed away in a shooting.
Basically what happened was... He went to go make this play... for someone who he thought was a bitch. And he pulls up to this apartment complex. And there's these 3 dudes. And 2 of them are locked up and 1 of them's dead now.
So they got caught for it?
Yeah.
It's already charged?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He pulls up, bro. And, like, there was a video that someone had taken from inside of an apartment of this all going down. And, like, it's, like, black figures. Like, you can't actually see any, like, our brother getting killed. But you basically just hear them be like, hey, bro, don't pull that shit out. Don't pull that shit out. And then, like, some shots go off, bro. And, like, we've been told, like, 5 different stories, bro, from the people that were with him and left him there, bro.
Shit just didn't, like...
Like, they were with him, dropped him off. He went and made the play. Shots rang, they left. The cops didn't show up for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Way too.
Where was this at?
Off 102nd.
In like Thornton area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
102nd in what? Like,
or maybe 104th.
Like Colorado or something?
I don't know. On the right side of I-25. Yeah. But, Yeah, bro. So that shit happened, and like I was in shambles just cause I didn't get to see, bro. Like, cause I got back from that program, was on a month hold, and I didn't get to see him again.
Yeah, that shit really.
But we
fucked
put
us
out the
up,
lights
bro.
though.
Yup.
In the time period, we
Made
did
so
get some
much
songs, bro.
Some of the best songs we've ever made were at that.
Yeah.
That's sad, though.
But rest in peace, Montana, bro. Y'all go
Rest in
listen to him,
peace.
bro, because
Yeah, go check
you
out
won't be
Montana
disappointed. He's a Latino rapper, so he be going back and forth between English and Spanish like better than you ever heard. Ever.
The best artist that I've ever seen from the Colorado scene.
Yeah, let's talk about Cody, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So Cody, that's who I started Double Grape with.
Yeah. He was another homie with us. We used to all hang out with Montana.
Yeah, and Cody, that was my right hand man, and Montana.
Yeah,
like
right.
I remember sleepless nights, us three, me, Montana, and Cody in the car in Boulder, just high on the whole night for like 3 nights in a row,
Just
bro.
on some shit.
Yeah, type
Every
shit.
single
And I was
fucking
like
time.
15, bro, and Cody, like, he was the most show up, reliable friend like you could ever have.
Yeah, you could like rely on him for anything, bro.
We had this show, and Cody was the last person there, like, cleaning up trash as the show ends.
He wasn't even performing or anything. He's just one of the homies.
He'd pull up to every show. He'd bounce around. He'd be the littest there, bro.
Like every song.
Every song.
Every song.
Yeah, he like everything. Like, he was just the most show up person. Like, it was never one of those things where it was like he never had to do anything to have a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Final being behind the scenes type.
Yes, I never saw the envy of him that like I've seen in other friends. Like, I have a big old show and they can't show me love because they're mad. Like, shit like that. And like, that was never him, you know? Like, he was the most real motherfucker ever. And we lost a real one, but on January this year, bro, he took his own life.
It was the day after Montana's birthday. Or the day before.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. January 11th. Yeah. And his dad had also taken his life.
Like the same or before that?
Nah, this was when he was like 14.
Yeah, that's when he was younger.
But he so for him, like, it was a viable option, I guess, in his experience. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, so like for him, like, it probably wasn't as wrong of an idea to him, you know what I'm saying? But and he talked to me about it all the time. Like, this is the first person I did with. This is the first person I like did a lot of with, bro. And like had a lot of experiences. I was a kid, like he was, I don't know, 18 at this point in time, and I was 15. He was maybe 17, I don't know, but 17 or 18 when I was 15. He had a car, I didn't have shit, so he'd just drive me around, we'd get fucked up, like, that was my dog. I telepathically communicated with him one time. He told me God is real, telepathically, like, it was fucking crazy. But actually, I thought of something, Montana, bro, so he died outside that apartment complex. It is 102nd. Off 102nd. And I was like at this tattoo artist's house that lives over there, bro. And I'm like sitting on her bed, smoking this blunt, looking like that way. And I like inhaled a blunt and like my whole perspective kind of like whoo, type shit. Like the room kind of like got in front of me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And,
no, I mean, when you're doing drugs, I've been there. I've tried acid shrooms, all that shit. He gets trippy.
Well, sorry, I'm just smoking weed.
But even on weed, acid shrooms, weed.
Especially the shit out of Colorado, but we got some good.
Yeah, so I like catch this vibe though while looking at this painting on her wall, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And what before I caught the vibe, I had just caught her in conversation and she said God. Like she was just like, oh, God, blah, blah, blah. Like. Maybe she said, oh my God. Maybe she was using the Lord's name in vain. I don't know. But she said God, and then I caught that vibe. I was like, oh shit, that was cool as bro. And I go back like 15 minutes later, I'm sitting by her, and I'm like, yo, when you said God earlier, like I caught a vibe to that painting right there. She's like, you know what that painting is? And I was like, nah. She was like, that's Da Vinci or whatever, his depiction of Adam touching God's hand. It was that picture that's like this, of the hands. And I was like, no way, like you said God, and that's what triggered that vibe that I caught, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought that was like really crazy, bro. And then I go back over there a couple weeks later and mention Montana's name, like in conversation. And she was like, wait, Montana White? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, he died right there outside of this apartment complex, like outside my door. And I was sitting there with him as he bled out while we were waiting for the ambulance. And I just happened to run into her.
Yeah, just like that. Universe has a weird way of working shit out, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That was like the trigger for me. God has always been in my life. My grandparents are super religious. My mom, not too much. My dad, really not at all. But God has always been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never really paid the most attention to it, you know? And I'm not the most religious myself.
The creator of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the most, sorry.
Yeah, you good.
Not the most religious. I'm not very Christian, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like in America, when people are talking about, you know, God, generally it sounds like Christian, but I'm just saying the universe, you know what I'm saying? Like, that whole concept really wasn't an everyday thing for me until that moment happened with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my best friend, like, reassuring me that, like, God is real, or the universe, the energy that never dies,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Montana White was, like I said, bro, after he passed, I felt something, like, click. It just, like, changed. Like, because I was taking this music shit seriously, but it wasn't, like, to the point where I'm at right now, but I remember a couple days after he passed, something just, like, it's like a switch just, like, flicked in my brain, and I was like, I need to do this shit. Like, this shit is real. I need to make him proud. Like, that's, like, my main thing. Like, because I knew damn well he wouldn't want to look down on me and just, like, see me just, like, not doing shit.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to see us running it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Doing whatever we gotta do.
Doing, like,
And just,
for
like,
me, it's
living
like
out the dream and, like, making that shit happen.
the dream he instilled in us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, his dream, pretty much. That's how I see it, is like, I have a dream to achieve that's bigger than me as a person, 100%.
Same, bro.
That's bigger than the music,
It's
that's
not
bigger
just
than all that
us.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think, like, was it kind of, and we can cut this out when we need to, but
That was cool.
was it like a setup where they were trying to rob him type
No, we
thing,
could keep
or
it in.
Did
So,
he do something to them that
Nah.
made them retaliate?
there was this guy who we were hanging out with, and we were pretty cool with him.
Yeah. That's crazy how it always goes like that.
Yeah, they lost
Crazy.
someone to Xanax. Montana and like some of the older homies that they were hanging out with. And this dude kept popping bars, bro. And like, but he was like a bartard. Like,
straight up bar.
Like, he would pop the
real
bars
bad.
and like, you don't want to be around that fool. Like, I mean, I've been there, you've been there, but like, it's an everyday thing. Like, it was at the point where like, that's just who this fool is. You can expect him to be a bartard
every day.
Montana was like, hey, bro, I don't want you around my crew no more.
Yeah.
Like, just laid it out flat with them. Like, I don't want you around my people making music with us. Like, stay the f from around here type shit. Like, you're a bartender, bro. And they started going back and forth on the net, bro. And he got killed over telling someone that they don't want to hang out with them because they do Xanax. Obviously, there was exchanged disrespect after that on the net and whatever they said privately to each other. So who knows what they said to each other, but his life got took over.
He was also
over
an artist
you know
too, so there's a bunch of like artist beef too. Rap beef type shit, yeah.
Well, and also
That's
like,
sad,
not a good one, not really an artist, but
nah, what I mean is like, I heard something about how, cause it was so like, it didn't make no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
Like, why this shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, the girl told me that I seen, the tattoo artist, she told me that there was holes in him. That's literally what she said, that there was, like, holes in him, bro. And there was, like, 6 shots that rang off. And she said that there were just, like holes, like, big holes in him. And
it's crazy that people, I'm assuming whoever did was probably young too. So
yeah.
Just ruin your whole life over
Young as hell.
some shit.
Yeah,
like
bro.
16 or something.
Yeah, like 16, 17.
Sad motherfuckers' brains. I'd be more scared of people like youngins like that.
Oh, yeah.
And like OG folks.
The culture has changed.
Just because like
They're not self-aware, bro.
right, yeah, they don't. Their brain ain't fully developed. They don't be understanding the magnitude of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody fights anymore either. Like that
Yeah.
OG like respect that men had between each other when they were beefing, that's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
That ain't a thing anymore, bro. People just kill you now.
Yeah.
Right. It's
People
fucking
just
crazy.
would rather shoot a gun than just be a man, fight,
Right.
and have respect for each other afterwards.
Right.
I mean, bro, like, yeah, good point. Put the gun down and put the fists up, but like, at the same time, before that needs to happen, a conversation, human to human,
right. Just
like,
about it,
like understanding and compromise of emotions, bro. Like,
right,
I don't see that shit anywhere, bro.
Yeah, there's no like value.
It's just skipped. It's you stepped on my shoe. I'm not even gonna tell you I didn't like it. I'm just gonna sock you in the face, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah, I've always been one to have a conversation with people that I've had issues with.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, bro.
Before fighting's better than shooting for sure, but like it's just nowadays it's just like I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh no, but what I was gonna say is I always didn't understand like why them disrespecting each other. Where are these two other random motherfuckers coming from? The people that pulled the trigger and got locked up. Where the fuck did they come from? Why why were they willing to do that? Because there's no way that this bum fucking paid him. There's no way that he's got like hit us like that because he was there with them. You know what I'm saying? Like and like he was a self-proclaimed like gangster hard guy. So why didn't you go do it yourself? Who are these two random people? I always was confused, bro. I'm assuming that what happened was like Montana was out doing bad shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all were, bro.
He turned around, but like Montana was doing some fuck shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like,
he was on another level.
and so he fucking. I'm assuming that this dude went and found people he knew didn't like him for some different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like he set him up with some real enemies. You disrespected me, okay? I know these people that actually fucking hate you for whatever the reason was. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm assuming. That's what. And maybe I just tell myself that so it makes more sense, but that's...
Yeah.
Well, and to be real, when you get into that lifestyle, when you're trapping and shit like that, like that's kind of what comes with it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why you gotta learn to stay out of the way,
It's easy to make enemies, bro.
Yeah.
I also seen your SoundCloud bio, rest in peace, Nate.
Yeah.
So was this kind of another similar situation, or?
Nah, this was a different situation. Nate's one of my best friends still to this day. Like he means a lot to me, bro. I really got a lot of love for that fool. But yeah, when we were still in high school, I had this group of friends where we were all just like goth kids hanging out, doing whatever.
Yeah. And
we would all kick it at my crib like every fucking night. Nate used to live in Monument, Colorado. So that's like far as from my crib. That's like...
It's like by the springs?
Yeah, it's like damn near 2 hours away from my crib. And Nate was so tight with all of us. He was dating one of the other people in the friend group, but he was so tight with us that he would drive 2 hours from Monument, Colorado to Erie, Colorado every single night just to kick it with us. Just to come over, just say like, yo, I love you, bro. I hope you're doing good. Smoke weed together. Just chill, kick it. Eat mushrooms, do whatever, like every single night. Like that was our life. Like the whole group would just like kick it and just like have a sleep over my crib, whatever, but
that's real, bro.
Yeah,
I never got the chance to meet Nate, bro.
Yeah.
But
Nate was a really genuine, like,
real,
nice
bro.
dude. He was a really like selfless person. You feel me?
Pulling up like every night, 2 hour drive.
Every night, bro. But yeah, what happened with him was Nate had a really bad drug problem too. Like this was at the point where I started to get off of the drugs.
Yeah.
And stop, because I was really heavily like on opiates, benzos, all that shit. That was my thing, but so was Nate. He was also on coke too, but
that's how high school can be. Like you can start experimenting with a lot of shit.
Yeah, so I was the main person that was like, yo, Nate, you gotta stop doing these drugs, bro. Like I want you around, dog. Like we all really care about you, bro. Like we don't want this shit to like take you from us, bro. Like love you like a brother. I was really close with my little brother too. He treated him like he was his own brother. But yeah, he quit doing drugs for a while. He just like got sober, stopped, because he was doing fentanyl. He was like really heavily on fentanyl and blow and all that, but
Like he knew it was fent.
yeah, it
He's
was
still doing it.
yeah, because he would have been
Damn.
a heroin addict, but heroin is so hard to find now that's like not really a thing you can get. So people have just moved over to fentanyl.
Yeah.
I was on fentanyl for a minute, but basically what happened was he got sober. He got clean for a while, and I was like, "Yo, dude, I'm so proud of you right now. Like, bro, like he's going to rehab, like he's doing whatever, like he's doing fucking good." But he had this little Beamer that he would drive over every fucking day, and last day I saw Nate in person. Broke up with his girl, and he came over to my crib. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I just got out of my rehab meeting, and the rehab place is close to your crib, so we gonna start kicking it more. Like, since I'm not with her anymore, I'll be over here like all the time, bro." And I was like, "Dude, say less. Like, I'm really proud of you. Like, I love you, bro. I'm just like glad you're off the drugs, cause like you already heard what I said." But he left that night, and he was like, the last thing that Nate ever said to me was, "I love you, bro. I'm like really happy that you got me to quit doing drugs, and like everything's gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be okay. Whatever, like I'm not going anywhere." And I was just like gave him a hug, and I was like, "Bro, that shit really means the world to me. I'm proud of you. Like, I'm just glad that you got yourself out of that." And then he leaves, and then I never saw him again after that. He passed away from a fentanyl overdose. Yeah, bro. That shit really does, like, that's one of the main issues with rap that I think is like me up with the genre is the glorification of drugs.
Oh yeah.
And the glorification of violence and the glorification of whatever. Like, it's not sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Should I give my perspective on that?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
give your perspective, but yeah, that's just my boy. That's my boy.
I like what he brought up about the glorification of drugs and violence, because this is a point that I've been wanting to publicly make for a long time.
Yeah, bro.
I think a lot of people don't realize, especially high school kids. I see this whole the drugs and violence thing, I see it as a web. And basically it's a web that, I won't use anyone in particular for example, but I'll use a rapper. We got a big rapper right here, and he's promoting violence and guns and drugs and all this shit, right? You think that you get influenced by that, and you're going out with your free will, and you think it's cool to do all that shit, when really your conscience is just getting trapped in their web. Like, you're basically selling your soul to a rap song or to a rap artist. That's how I see it. It's like, in turn, you're like their minion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's why this music is here, because the
shit.
industry wants to fill up the prisons.
Yeah.
The industry wants to see people, especially the minority, fail, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so what
All
they
these
do
big
is
pharmaceutical companies, they want you to be picking up
they
scripts
push
every
that
day.
shit into the music, bro.
That's how they make money.
And in turn, you think you're going outside getting all like tough and shit, and you're just selling your soul to the agenda, bro. Like, that's really what's happening. Like I'm really into like Hermeticism, bro, and like I believe in the idea of consciousness webs. I believe that one day when you evolve to your purpose, spiritually and mentally, that you get to be the god to your own reality. I really believe that you get to be the Anunnaki that goes from out to in and create that consciousness, you know what I'm saying?
Heaven is something that you can achieve
Yes.
in your mind.
It is, bro.
While you're still alive.
And what they don't realize is that they're on their 100th life, still listening to this rap music, fucking up their conscious more and just keeping them down, bro. Keeping them in this cycle, bro. Like, of this tired soul. Like, I don't know how people's souls aren't tired yet, bro. Like, this lifetime, I'ma get it, bro. I know I am, bro, because my soul is tired, bro.
Yeah.
My soul is fucking tired.
Been around, bro. We've been around.
If you weren't conscious of what was going on, would the universe be here?
Probably not.
I don't
Just
know.
to go off your point.
Because I'm living in a human body through God's perspective, just like how every other piece of energy in this room is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Is consciousness the creator of the universe?
Right, it's hard to say,
know,
but that's what, like, where did the consciousness come from? That's why I'm talking about the Anunnaki gods going from out to in, because our goal as a human is to go from in. We're in this reality of conscious, and we're trying to get out. You know what I'm saying?
When you say out, like as in quote unquote heaven or
heaven, our energy expanded into something bigger.
That brings up something.
Our life, we move on to our next life.
Yes.
Because I fully believe that there is something after we die. There has to be, because
you become esoteric.
Yeah, because it's literally scientifically impossible for energy to just dissipate and disappear.
Yeah.
So you have to be like, I believe fully that we are all one with each other. We are one with everything to our fucking cores.
Mm-hmm.
Because this energy that we're made of and everything else is made of has been transferred a million fucking times.
That energy is the creator,
to
is
me,
God. It's in
that
everything.
Is God.
It's just crazy when you, man, I remember, I know I'm not that much on y'all, but I remember when I was y'all's age and I was discovering all this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no,
I was thinking about, like, just, cause I'm 27 now, but y'all, what, 19 you said?
I'm 20.
20, yeah. Around that time was when I was, like, thinking about the creator of the universe. And just, like, how are we able to even, like, be here and think about these, you know, like, you just start thinking
the
about
isms, bro.
You
start catching isms.
Yeah, bro.
I kind of wanted to ask you guys, you're only 19, 20, you've had at least what sounds like at least 3 people close to you that have passed away.
Yeah.
And you guys have both been pretty open and honest about, like, drug usage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
First, like, are y'all still using drugs and stuff like that?
No.
Nah, recreationally, like here and there, like I'll...
Like weed or something?
I mean, I smoke weed every day.
I smoke
weed's
weed.
different. Weed's, you know, weed's pretty chill.
It's kind of like, it's also like...
I guess one mass is like the harder drugs. Like,
no, it's
I'm
here and there.
Yeah.
I'll pop some... I'll fucking eat some mushrooms. I won't touch...
Ain't too bad.
I like psychedelics still.
Yeah. I don't like acid. I did acid a couple times. That shit, I had bad trips.
I did a 10 strip when I was little, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've had some bad trips too.
I'm sure you was.
Oh yeah, we was some big ass acid heads back in the day.
I'll just tell one little story, one little excerpt from the 10 strip, bro. I walk out the bathroom and it's like a little U shape I gotta walk in to get into the living room, and I was like tripping so hard in the mirror, just staring at myself, losing my sense of myself.
Eyes are drooping.
Yeah, eyes are drooping. I noticed like every pore in my skin.
Yeah.
And it was just, bro. And I walk out, bro, and like I turn around back to the bathroom, and I see like a time lapse type of shit of me walking out the bathroom.
Yeah, bro, acid's different.
And I was like, yo, what the f? And I turn back around to like look at my homies to see what's going on, bro. And I'm in his living room, and I'm on the side of the highway, bro.
Yeah.
Cars blaring past me and shit. I forgot my name. I forgot my parents, all that shit. But I was aware that these things are like, I was aware you could have parents and a name. I was like, what's my shit? And then I came back to it and I'm like in the living room, bro.
That sounds just like acid.
Yep.
That's why I didn't like it. It was too much for me. I didn't have it like that, but I was... Shit. We're at like movie theaters and shit. I don't know. It's too much going on. Shrooms I didn't mind because we're in the mountains. It was a little more chill. Like a little easier to handle.
Yeah.
It was nasty, but it was just... But point being though, and I think it sounds like y'all are starting to realize this as you get older, is you want to try and stay away from that shit.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
bro.
Just because
for sure.
it just leads to a negative path, you know?
Yeah, every time, bro.
I had a homie who ended up in like a psych ward because he was doing acid too much.
Yeah.
And like, he was like becoming an everyday user.
I ended up in a psych ward.
He was off the Xans, he had to go to rehab, and
that shit's bad, bro.
Like, man, you gotta try your best to like not let those things grab a hold of you.
Yeah, bro.
That shit got me when I was really young too. That's what really fucked me up, was my first time being high my entire life. I was like 9 years old.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I got my teeth pulled or whatever. It was in the middle of the opiate epidemic, like when that first started when I was a kid. And they gave me a script for painkillers. It was codeine. It was my first time being high my entire life. And I always chased that feeling up until like middle school, freshman year, when I was like, I want to feel like that again. Because when you're a kid, you're like, oh, it's just medicine.
Right,
yeah. Like, it's not anything bad.
Well, it's fun to experiment. Yeah. You around the homies, the popular kids, they all doing this, so you're I want to try it.
Yeah, bro. And Colorado actually has the highest rate of teen drug usage in the whole U.S.
That's wild.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
know
it
Yeah, it's
does.
a crazy statistic,
Yeah,
bro.
and that's something that I never really realized. I thought that's like the way it normally is everywhere, but nah. Colorado has like a really bad drug problem for people our age, bro.
And to
Yeah.
go off the rap and hip hop too, that's a battle with me too, because I promote a lot of these rappers who are talking about that
Yeah.
stuff. And there's one hand that's like, they're just letting it off their chest. They're talking about the shit they're dealing with in the streets,
Yeah.
drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's the other side that's like, no, you're glorifying it, which is what
Yeah,
we're talking
exactly.
about. So that's a whole battle. And me as the blogger, I got people who are talking about this and I'm posting them. So it's a mental battle with me.
And also us
right.
as artists too, like I would never cast judgment on
I don't judge
anybody
nobody.
for what they say in their songs or for how they present themselves. I would never cast that judgment. I'm just saying that I feel like things need to be approached a little differently so that the influence isn't so strong on negative things, because at the end of the day everyone has the same moral compass, and you know that it's bad to be getting kids to go do drugs.
Yep.
There's right and wrong, and that's inherently wrong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would never cast judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things.
I've just been on both sides of the coin.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right.
Yeah, bro.
But I tried all those things, man. I tried it one time. Like, I've tried them all because when I was in high school, it was interesting. But
yeah,
and that's what you do, bro. You dabble.
But I just, you gotta stay away. Especially like I tried that a couple times. I really got addicted to like weed and nicotine, the vapes.
Yeah,
and
that's
I even finally, I have a son now. He's like a little over 2, and I think that kind of helped me even quit that shit.
Yeah, bro.
So it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like drugs just kind of hinder you, and then in the long run.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It is hard though. But then even now I'm like, all right, now I need to quit soda. Yeah. So it's like there's so many.
Cocaine's the scariest drug to me.
Oh
bro.
yeah, man.
Because I don't know the hype. I don't understand the hype.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it. It makes me have panic attacks.
Like Montana,
I already have a bad heart too.
Montana, his nickname was Blanco.
Yeah,
Montana White.
Yeah.
And
when you said the name, I already knew.
Yeah.
Coke, right?
Yeah, and he was the guy, bro. So like, we were staying in this house, and there was like 3 bitches over there. And this is back in like 2020, bro.
Yeah, it's like way back in the day.
And like these bitches are doing cocaine with him like all night, every night. It's probably like a week at this point.
Benders.
And like he'd stand up to bust down a line, bro. And the girls, I kid you not, would like get on their knees, like they're all kneeling on the bed, like, ooh, can we get a line like synchronized? Like it was the most crackhead, like,
yeah, it was
like ever. That's when I realized I was actually with Cody there, and it's the nighttime, and we see this happen. Like the girls are literally lined up like in a row.
I've seen that.
Ooh, can we get a line type shit?
I've seen that.
And I'm like, bro, like holy
shit,
like, we need to do something.
This shit
I got away. I seen that at a party when I was like, I'm out of this.
It's scary. It's like, because I don't see the hype. That shit makes me sick.
Right.
I do cocaine, I get sick. Like that ass. Like you're just trying to get sick. I don't get it, bro. And so like, I'm like, yo, what is this like? Why are they treating it like it's gold? And it's like just this thing that's not doing anything to me except making me sick, bro. And that's when I was like, oh, I can't be doing this shit.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from that shit. I seen that before at a party. It's like a line of people.
Yeah.
And those type of people that like really tweaked off that shit, they end up on Colfax.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That shit fucks you up, man.
Yeah.
So
it's also crazy. Even like when I was around when some bags were being sold type shit, like seeing someone come and buy $230 of cocaine, and then an hour later they're texting you again and they want $300 worth of cocaine. It's like, damn, you just spent $520 in 2 hours and snorted it all, bro.
Drugs ain't cool. That shit's bad.
I was the type of person I'd buy a gram of weed for $10 and that would last me like a day or two.
Oh yeah.
If I was by myself, of course, we're partying with the homies. And
that's how I used to. That's how I first started
Yeah.
buying weed from this dude named Derek.
Hopefully, he don't sell still.
Graham bags. Nah, he's long gone.
Oh no,
he was an old man too at the time.
Dude.
So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just I don't know. Stay away from drugs, man.
Yeah, that shit ain't fun.
Message.
Yeah, bro. My stepdad.
You know.
My stepdad died in 2013 of a heroin overdose on Valentine's Day.
My condolences.
And
my parents were on.
His name was Eric.
I feel that.
And last year or the year before, my dad's best friend named Eric. So my dad's best friend Eric he overdosed on heroin like a year and a half ago. Died. Our best friend Eric shot and killed, and my mom's fiance Eric overdosed on heroin, bro. The Erics aren't safe, bro.
Let's get into that. What are some of your like important tattoos that mean the most to you?
So this tattoo was my first professional tattoo. I'll get closer to the camera. It says 2847. That was my grandfather's immigration number.
Oh, that's fun.
It says energy never dies. I got that shit right after he passed when I was in high school. I got Hellbent across my fingers. That's one of my first songs I made with Montana. I was hellbent about this music shit. It's what I live for. But let's see. I did this one on myself in my bathroom. The day Montana passed away. I wanted to sort of look like...
You're a tattoo artist?
Yeah, I do my own tattoos sometimes, but I wanted to get this one to look like he fucking signed my hand with like a Sharpie or whatever, so I fucking put his initials there. This barbed wire here is matching with Nate. I gave him this tattoo, and then like after we started getting really cool with each other, I gave myself that tattoo. That's like our matching one. I got Song from Mononoke. It's a good ass Ghibli movie. It's one of my favorite movies. One of my childhood favorite shows or whatever. K-Ro. You know what it is. Had to get my name put on there. I took graffiti too. The homie's name, he's a graffiti artist too. His name is Blue. I had him freestyle his signature on it after he tattooed that on me. Probably one of my favorites is my blackout on my forearm. It's signifying like that point in my life when I was on X or whatever, and I was just completely blacked out because that part of my life is just like gone. So I covered my arm in it to signify like the part of myself that I left behind all those years ago. This one's matching with my homie Chris. It's one of my childhood best friends. Marceline from Adventure Time. It was my cousin Kristen's first tattoo, like one of her first ones. She's a tattoo artist too. Bike life. You already know I'm on that shit. Riding dirt bikes around town, sport bikes, all that shit. But yeah, on my face, all my face tattoos are hella meaningful. This lotus right here, my brother has this lotus flower tattooed on his hand. I tattooed it on him. But yeah, I love my brother to death, so I got that shit right on my face. This one is for two of my sisters that passed away. My mom had some like issues going on with her health or whatever. Made her hard to like carry a kid and have the kids not be stillborn or have a miscarriage. So this one's for my older sister that passed away before me. And this one's for my younger sister that passed away when I was a small kid. 75, that is my that's my dad's like year he was born, 1975. My dad means the world to me, so I had to get that one on my face too. It's all about family. It's all about that shit. I got a skewed definition of family. Glow is like my brother. You feel me? Like, if I'm tight with you, like we're family. That shit, it is what it is. That shit means the world to me. But I got Remember here after Nate died. That's a Mac Miller song. Means a lot to me. That's the song that I listened to after Nate passed away and after Montana passed away. I got this knife right here on the side of my face. It's from the movie The Place Beyond the Pines. The main character has a knife tattoo on his face like that. And I was like, fuck it, I already got like 4 tattoos. This one's not as meaningful. I was like, yeah, this looks sick. I identify with this character. I'm gonna just get that tattoo. I fuck with it.
And it's a knife.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I've always had like a thing where I was just like hyperfixated and like interested in like knives and like swords and shit since I was a kid.
They got some dope ass swords.
I got like swords, butterfly knives, switchblades, all that cool shit. Like, is it on this side? Yeah. This one's a caution symbol. I let my homie tattoo it on me when she first started doing tattoos.
That's one of my favorites.
It says approach with caution. It's a lyric from a Montana White song called Fair. It's my favorite song by him. It's more of like a rock song. That song means
alternative
a lot. I love
punk.
that song. Yeah, it's like really punk.
Yeah.
It's a good ass song, but it's approach with caution, but don't be scared. I said I like your hair, whatever. That's my favorite Montana song. So I had to get that shit put on my neck and just say approach with caution. But this one is a...
Oh, bro, he actually does this crazy beat switch in that song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the screaming part.
Yes.
And this tattoo right here, this rose, was drawn by one of my best friends, Ash. I love Ash a lot, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
real quick, I don't take this wrong, but like,
Nah, that's cool, bro.
given what was happening with Montana's like
Yeah.
robberies or whatever, did y'all ever feel uncomfortable? Like maybe he would do it to you, or did y'all ever feel uncomfortable being around?
No,
Nah.
just because with Monty, I think that he was able to have like a more music-based friendship with Montana. And then like for me it was a little different because I knew him before all that shit. Like I seen through it, and he was
like school and stuff type thing. Or?
Well, through Double Grape, the skate collective.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like I knew his childhood friends and shit, and like he was kind of doing all that stuff to prove a point to these people he was hanging out with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so
almost like an initiation in a way with the game.
He'd slide, he'd slide from the crib and come back like a few days later, type shit. Like he'd go do stuff with them and then come back with like bloodied up shoes and fucking, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it was. He kept all that separate. There's a lot of shit he never told me. There's a lot of times that he'd pull up and talk to the girls about some shit that he didn't want me to know about, type shit.
So basically, he had other friend groups that were involved in different shit type things. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas our relationship was basically like music.
And like he was one of those guys, like he had so many different types of friends. You know what I'm saying?
He was cool with everybody.
Was this on the news too? Like what? They had to have been on the news, right?
No, I don't know. I don't think it was.
They didn't do like a report on this, like Fox News, Nine News, none of that.
Yeah, not that I know of. No.
Yeah. So as far as the music goes, do you just drop on like SoundCloud?
Yeah, right now I'm just dropping on SoundCloud. I got like a DistroKid account, all that. I'm independent, so mainly I've just been dropping on SoundCloud because that's where I also have the biggest following too.
Do you plan on dropping on other platforms and stuff?
Yeah, I plan on putting all my releases going onto all platforms. That's cool. But yeah, for right now it's just on SoundCloud.
Yeah, the reason I asked it was interesting when I was listening to your music.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, SoundCloud. It brought me back, in high school, when I was in high school, it was Playboy Cardi, Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi.
Yeah, bro.
Even Lil Peep and X on it. Like everyone was coming up off SoundCloud.
Yeah, dude.
But then as I got older and more serious with the Mile High Minute stuff, like people kind of stopped dropping on SoundCloud and they're more focused on,
like Spotify
streams and stuff like that. And with SoundCloud was always cool though, just because you could be more creative. You have more creative control.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I found it interesting when I seen that from you. But I would recommend. I think you could keep dropping on SoundCloud, keep building that. Yeah. But I would say probably start dropping on the other platforms too, just to build out that catalog. Yeah. And, that's my opinion, but.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I got United Masters. I just haven't been using it too much because some of the beats I use aren't like free for profit type beats, but most of the beats that I've been using nowadays are beats that we make. So those are like full, like we got the rights. I can put it on wherever.
If you making out the rights, definitely put them on. Yeah, for sure. I feel you because you can't do the copyright on SoundCloud and stuff.
Yeah, there's some shit where I can't, but with all the ones that we make, like I'm trying to get those put on Spotify too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you have any upcoming projects or tapes or anything like that?
Shit. Right now, I'm really spontaneous with it, so I'll just like. Okay, I'll go start working on a song, whatever.
Yeah.
Focus on that one project for like however long it takes, then drop that one project. Like right as I'm done with it, I just keep going, just like new release. Just I'm really spontaneous with it. It's just like that. Like my creative process isn't like too like planned out, but I do have like 3 albums out right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any dream collabs or anyone, like, if you could choose, like, 2 or 3 artists all time you could work with, who would that be?
Shit, that's a good question. Travis Barker, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely Travis Barker from Blink-182. His shit with X was crazy, but yeah, if I worked with Travis Barker, that would definitely be a dream come true. I'd say for my other one, let's see.
Dude, try to cuss. I should have told you all at the beginning. Try not to cuss as much, just because.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Cut it out,
monetization.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all
You're
good, bro.
good.
My bad.
No, you're good. I'll cut it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would definitely say one of my inspirations that I do want to feature with is Travis Barker for sure.
Mm-hmm.
From Blink 182. That would be a dream come true for sure. I would say another feature that I would definitely want would be let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of features that I want, but for my top two, I don't know. That's a hard question, man. I would say probably Future.
That's dope. He's
Yeah,
my favorite one.
Definitely Future.
I actually just posted a Future. I was at his show in Denver.
Oh, nice.
I got VIP. Shout out my boy Woods.
Oh.
I just use my phone, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they let
yeah.
my camera in because I
Mhm.
didn't have like a media pass, but I was just using my phone. I did a whole little recap.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
You gotta be,
Huge.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
man, I'll tell you them crazy, man. Them Atlanta girls, bro, and then
Oh.
young Scooter. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about when it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing, but it's just like.
Nah, I know what you mean, man.
Okay, so back into your story. So those are your dreams. What about like Colorado artists? I know you're kind of just messing with your own clique right now, but are there any Colorado artists that you're a fan of or that you would want to work with?
Not really. Not really any that I would want to feature with that I already like don't make music with already. So yeah, nah.
What about, do you pay attention to like, how close are you paying attention to like the Denver hip hop scene?
Yeah, I got a few shout outs I can make, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Sam, bro.
Oh yeah. Sen is crazy. Sen is fire,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Go look into Sen.
yeah.
$EN.
Okay.
Yeah, I could definitely send you
Yeah,
that.
send me his
He's all,
Sen.
you know
Sen's
Lino
crazy.
Slat?
Slat.
Yeah, Lino Slat.
Oh, Lino, yeah, Slat, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant just Slat. Yeah, Lino Slat, yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, so Sen, like, that's their homies. I think they go hard, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
They go
yeah.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
forgot
like,
Sen was from out here. That's the only person
I
really
have
wanna
this
work with
I
from
have
out
this
here. I
song,
don't
this
know.
unfinished song with Montana on it that I want. It's called Like That, and I want the 100 Pack Savvy feature on that.
That's fire.
Because Montana really fucked with 100 Pack Savvy, bro.
did.
Yeah.
Unapack Savvy. is
Savvy's
pretty fire,
dope.
bro.
I love Savvy. If he hears this, but he fucking just stopped. Like, he just stopped dropping music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had
exactly,
he had all
bro.
the young crowd going crazy out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
had hella potential.
Bro,
so.
Box Day Baby is the biggest song in Colorado hip hop history, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the only reason I ain't saying
I'll
this,
disagree,
because
but I.
it's all-
Okay,
it's
wait,
on-
wait, so-
in Aurora, I'll say-
what do you think?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
say,
what do you
I'll
think?
say,
'Cause I might not
That was the
be
biggest
that
for
tapped
like
in.
the Aurora rappers.
Okay, okay.
Out of Aurora, I'll say that
Okay.
was the biggest.
Yeah.
But there's other people like the FBP West.
Oh,
FBP
yeah.
West Denver. They was doing million. Lil
Yeah,
Travieso,
FBP Mo has some
Yeah.
hits, bro.
Lil Travieso, recipes down the Springs. It's more essay rap. But
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
he's big on in like Cali.
Yeah, you
And
right.
Trev Rich flex some when he was signing Cash Money for a little bit. Like, so there's a couple moments.
Okay,
Yeah,
But-
that's far.
Savvy, in my opinion, is the greatest to ever come out of Aurora.
okay.
Oh,
In
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
There's probably some Aurora folks that gonna be mad, but
Yeah, I fuck with Unapack Savvy for sure.
I wish he would just kept going, bro. Like, he
Yeah,
had
dude.
the whole city behind him. And
He was
like,
going crazy, bro.
I could go on a rant about that. I love Savvy, my boy, but
You want to see him
Yeah.
back in the scene, bro. Yeah.
Well, and just I just feel like there's some people out here that have so much talent and the opportunity was there, but they just didn't really want it. or
Yeah.
take it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No shade to Savvy, but just my opinion, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, bro, like, I get it. Like,
yeah, for
life
real.
happens,
Yeah.
bro, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit gets in the
It's
way.
hard,
yeah, we don't know what bro's going through, you know?
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, for sure that Box Day Baby was crazy, especially when it first came out.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else though that y'all be paying attention to out here,
I mean, I pay attention.
or that y'all mess with or think has potential? Or
Ransteez is cool.
Steve's my boy. Yeah,
I don't know. The only
he's
reason
kind of
I
on the
was-
underground vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only reason I was really saying I don't really have many people that I would want to get tapped in with is because I just be focusing on myself for real. Like, I haven't really been too tapped in with many people out here. I've just been doing my own thing. But I'm definitely open to doing features with people.
I respect
Shit.
it. I would say maybe look into it though, because
Yeah.
I think it'll help y'all. You know, just start
Definitely.
networking and
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
Yeah. My thing too is like, I don't know, the collaborative space in music right now is a little weird, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's a little. I feel
It is
like
weird. You're right.
like cause I like to collaborate with people that view the music the same way as me, and to me it's not like again I don't piggyback off of nothing nobody. Like I have all of the high end equipment, I got all of the knowledge, I got all of the skills, you know what I'm saying? And so it's hard when like you're working with someone who like is a little like entitled or something, or like thinks that they have that shit going on, when it's really like, bro, you're piggybacking off the mix, right? I just don't know how to work with that sometimes. I don't know how
You
to
gotta pick and choose who you want.
Yeah,
We
and so
mix
like
and
that's
master
hard.
our
Like
own songs too.
like I'm fucking like it's so hard too, cause like even for like him and like 5 other of my homies, like I be writing songs, I be tossing flows, like
yeah, we all just be collaborating.
Yeah, and
helping
so
each
it's
other
like-
out, bro.
I don't know, like you have to be comfortable with someone in order to do that.
Yeah.
The music making process, how it is for us, it's intimate and it's vulnerable and it's humiliating. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like be in the booth, like making shit happen, and that's a
Yeah, bro.
intimate, vulnerable process, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Talking
Like,
about our real lives and what we actually feel.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like opening up.
Yeah, like sometimes the music's not coming, so we have a conversation that inspires some music, bro. And
Yeah.
those conversations, like you can't just have them with anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Okay, yeah, that was a good answer. Oh yeah, how'd you meet Juice World in LA?
Yeah, so I was on vacation in California when I was a kid. Shit, I think I was like 13, 14. And I was hanging out with my family up there, and we were on our way to like a restaurant or something. We were just kicking it. My dad and I got into an argument, so we were like, yeah, fuck it, let's just go back to Colorado like a day early, whatever. So we go back to the hotel, pack up our shit. We were chilling again, it's whatever, but we decided we wanted to go back home. And it was just like that. It was like spur of the moment, just like, yeah, fuck it, we're getting homesick, let's go back.
I got y'all right here, bro.
Yup. Yeah. Look a lot different now.
Yeah.
Shit. I was a youngin' back then. But we go to LAX, right? It's the airport in Cali. My mom and my brother and I get out. It's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was fucking empty. So we were just walking up there to get our security checked or whatever. There's an elevator behind us. The elevator comes up, pops open. I see like 4 security guards. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's an empty ass airport. That's weird. And then I just see Juice WRLD and Allie walk out. And I was
Bro, that's crazy.
this
as
was like
fuck.
right after Lucid Dreams started getting played on the radio all the time, whatever.
So when he just started blowing
Yeah, that
up,
was when he
basically.
first started blowing up. It was before he was even public with Ali Lottie.
Nothing will ever compare to the feeling I got the first time I ever heard Lucid Dream.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's when I was going through my heartbreak.
Oh, God,
Like
dude,
I can't
same.
replicate that. I could go
Same,
listen to
bro.
it now and it's not the same
Yeah,
song. Like the
right.
first time I heard that song,
That shit changed me.
Wow.
that shit hit.
But my brother and I, we like turned around and looked at each other. It was like, yo, is that Juice WRLD? And then my mom's like, yeah, it's probably not Juice WRLD. Don't worry about it. And Oscar and I, my little brother, goes by AP. We were just like, fuck it. We started booking it.
Yeah.
Just booking it up to him like, Juice. I'm pretty sure he thought we were like paparazzis or some shit because he didn't turn around. And then I'm like, out of breath, I'm like, and I turn around and I look at a security guard and his security, and I'm like, I was like, looking up my words, is that, and then he's like, and then just like smiles at me. I'm like, yo, Juice, can I get a picture with you, bro?
Yeah.
I was like, you're one of my biggest inspirations, whatever. Like, we take a picture, we're just like chilling there, talking for a couple minutes. And since it was before it was public with Allie, she was with them too. And she turned around and just like covered her face and shit. I was just chilling, talking to Juice WRLD or whatever, and it really like inspired me. Because that's one of those moments where I was like, okay, all these famous rappers, all these famous rock stars, like, they're all just people too. Like,
yeah.
They are, yeah.
like, we all got this. Like, you just need to apply yourself and like give yourself that work ethic and passion and drive that they have.
Yeah.
But that's one of those moments that really inspired me, where I was like, yo, I can do this. I can do this, because I always looked up to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To go off of both of y'all's points just now that y'all both just made, I've been around SoundCloud. No offense, no, don't take it wrong.
Oh, it's
I've
all
been
good,
around
dude.
SoundCloud rappers
Mm-hmm.
with 50K followers,
Yeah.
and I've been around Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
And Kevin Gates was more humble than some of these motherfuckers that be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I've seen it all, bro. Like, it's like always kind of the people who are starting to get a little fame, and they're kind of, you know, they
Getting in their head about it. Yeah.
But then you'll meet someone like Kevin Gates. Bro, he treated me like a human. Like, he was just,
Yeah, it's normal.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, real chill dude. Point being, though, is just being humble, you know? Like, you
Yeah.
gotta be confident in yourself, too.
Yeah.
But there's
Well,
also...
it's all about
there's a
balance.
you know?
Yeah, so,
'cause
like-
you can't be like too cocky
Right.
and come off as an asshole.
Yeah,
But you
and
can't
I think
be,
that,
not
like,
sure of yourself.
why that is too is it goes back to like passion and drive, bro. Like my confidence and the ego I have surrounding music is surrounding the passion that I have. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It has
you
nothing
care
to do
about
with
it.
me, and it's like when you come across one of those people, like you said, who's like more cocky than Kevin Gates, right? Like Kevin Gates was that humble, bro.
Right.
It's because I feel like those people have the motive of they're in it for the image and the money and like the rapper shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and anyone
Getting a
could
big
do that.
crowd
Like
or
I could go
whatever.
fucking tattoo up my face and like fit the part, but it's just not
Yeah.
who I am, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm just,
bro.
it's the music for me. It's
Right.
what's in my
Yeah.
mind that I'm trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I think, yeah, it's a very skewed thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are in it for different reasons. You know
Lots
what
of
I'm saying?
people will get like the image and the aesthetic first. That's not the way it was with me. The way it was with me was I like fell in love with music and was really passionate
You
about
were
it.
just like on your journey, like
Yeah.
you slowly just
And then
formed
slowly it just started
yourself.
building up, and I was like, you know what? I'm so sure about this, and I care about this so much, and I know I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna go tattoo my face. I'm just gonna go get dreadlocks. I'm just gonna go like make my own image and just live it out, because that's me.
Monty actually had dreads when I met him
Yeah,
in
I've
high
had-
school. They were these little pink ones, dude.
Yeah,
like
I've
that
had
big.
dreads since like I've probably had dreads for like 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
liked about it with you, though, is like all your tattoos mean something. To
Yeah,
like,
bro,
they're
it's
all
not like-
meaningful, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I'm just getting tattoos to look like a rapper, look like an artist or whatever. I like have all these tattoos because they mean something to me. Each one tells a story.
I was gonna ask you too, like, what was your parents' reaction to like the
Yeah.
face tats and just like the hip hop and all that stuff?
Yeah, so at first, like, my mom didn't really get it, whatever, but they're cool about it now. Like, I'm really, like, I have a good relationship with my mom and dad.
Yeah.
But when I first started making music, my dad was like, yeah, you gotta, like, treat it like a business, whatever. You gotta, like, focus on it, whatever.
Yeah,
And he sort of, like, built me up, and he was like, yeah, you can do it. You just need to work hard.
right.
My dad has, like, a small business, and he's doing pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not, like, doing good.
Yeah, no,
And not
we,
like
we live
This
in the
is business,
suburbs.
you know,
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and denounce everything that my family has done just so I look hood or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's not me. I'm just me. Like, I lived halfway with my grandparents that were in the hood and with my f***ing parents, but it's like, I'm just me, dude.
Like in the hood out here, or
No, I was in a different spot. It was in like this trailer park in Lafayette.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
He asked what your dad does with that.
Oh, yeah. My dad is he has an AV business. It's a low voltage electrician shit, audio, video,
Oh, okay.
whatever. I'm working with him right now.
So
as
that's
my,
what you do is like
Yeah.
work too. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I do right now outside of music, and it's basically just for fun and music
Yeah.
and like paying bills. That's all I do for it. But yeah, that's my career. I'm doing pretty good.
That's
But,
dope.
yeah.
What's kind of like a everyday thing on the job?
Yeah.
Where, like, is it
He be sending me some dope shit, bro.
Yeah. So some of our clients, cause
Tell him about the
Oh,
in the
yeah.
countertop, bro.
Oh, and the fucking...
Yes.
I already know what you're talking about.
Oh, so it's like audio visual. Like
yeah,
special.
audio visual, like,
Dope
yeah.
shit,
Like
bro.
theaters, sound systems,
Oh, okay.
all that shit. So I'm
That's dope
basically...
your dad got into that.
Yeah, so he trained me, and I'm like a tech and an installer, so I go in and I put all that shit in, I wire all that, but there's this one crib in Boulder, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's one of the, like, most well-off people in
Deion
Boulder.
Sanders?
Nah. But he's got a
Yeah.
big-ass mansion, and we built his theater for him, and outside by his pool house, this house is where I went, and I was like, dude, I need to get rich, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But I was in this, he has this pool house and this area outside with all these outdoor speakers and everything, but if you go into his pool house, there's like a little bar set up, and you click a button on his counter, and there's this custom mount we made where you click the button, and it like will raise the TV out of the countertop.
But it's like seamless, like the
Yeah, it's
countertop
seamless.
is
It just
seamless.
looks like this.
Yeah.
It just comes out.
That's dope.
But yeah, I also fuck with the sound systems we be installing. That's like my main thing I really fuck with. I like doing subwoofers and all
Yeah, I'm
that.
sure that can help even with your music a little bit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like somewhat related, you know? Which
Yeah,
dope.
it is.
Okay.
Because when we're tuning speakers or whatever, I'm like looking at my dad's computer. I'm like, oh, that's just an EQ like in FL. It's
Right.
normal like equalizer. So I just picked it up like that. Those two things go hand in hand.
Do it for the low then if you
Yeah.
have a bunch of, yeah. That's
Yeah,
dope.
because, well, it's not like I could do it for the low because of the resources, because I bought all that stuff myself, but it's like, I just had the experience to be able to like set up a studio
Right.
and like everything at my house. And I'm like very in tune with like technology and stuff. So
I did some
yeah.
audio and video stuff. I got this gig off Craigslist, and it was like, if you like audio and video, call us. And so I called him, and he's like, oh, you sound like a cool guy. Like, come for an interview. It was the white van scam, dude. I was doing it
Oh,
for like
no.
a couple weeks, bro.
Yup.
Yeah.
And no, dude,
The
like,
white van scam is crazy.
yeah. If you guys don't know
They
what
OG.
I did,
Oh.
I was like 17, bro.
Bro.
And
remember this,
the white
dude.
van scam, bro. So basically, like, we'll approach you in a parking lot, and we're like, "Hey, do you want some speakers? Like, we're on a job,
Right.
and we got an extra one, whatever." This whole ploy, and really, it's just like $20 sets that this dude, Roger, gotcha, and this dude Roger, fucking built them, like, got them wholesaled. Made a website for these speakers and everything,
Yeah.
added retail prices on them, and was adding like, we had this projector that I seen get sold for like $3,000 to this guy, and this is like a $20 buy-in on the projector.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was doing it for a couple weeks, bro, and then like, it was making me morally unsound.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
conscience.
You know
is,
what I'm saying? Like every day I'm waking up, going on I-25 exit to exit with this grown ass bum trying to sell speakers in a
Scamming.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, nah. But yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I always wondered what those dudes were doing.
Yeah.
They always would be coming. I'm like, bro.
It's like, why do you have all of this,
Bro,
dude?
bro
Yeah.
so like their little office is like this office that's connected to a bunch of storage units in the back. They got like 3 storage units just filled with these wholesale speakers, bro.
They're just drop shipping in real life, bro.
Right, right.
It's Friday, so we know it's payday. Let's pull up to the construction sites.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like shit like that. Like that's
Real
shiesty
shiesty.
ass shit,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, f- that shit. And they ain't pay me nothing, dude. I was being told I was gonna make $1,000 a week, bro. The first week he gave me like $420. I'm like, yo, what is this shit about?
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing this dude Jesse walk away with like a money band, bro, every week, making like 5 bands a week off selling these speakers,
Yeah.
and they're like giving me this little 420. I'm like, yo, what the?
Right.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming on the show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Thank
course,
you
bro.
for having us. Really appreciate it too, man.
Where can the people find Joel at on social media? And
You can find me on all platforms. My music, stunnaGLOW. You can find me.
Yeah.
All my ats are I hate glow.
Yep.
Let them know.
My Insta is KAROSHI.FLP. You can find my SoundCloud by typing in the same thing.
all right, can I get a
Yeah.
shout out for Mile High Minute one time?
Yeah, shout out
out
Mile
Mile
High
High
Minute,
Minute.
bro. Me and Karoshi had a good ass time, and we'll
Yeah.
be back, bro.
Thank
we'll
you for
we'll
having
be tapped
us.
in, bro. So thanks for having us, bro.
Come with us.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below your favorite part of this interview, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to stay notified when all latest news
Do it.
drops.
Much love.
Make sure y'all go follow Karoshi and stunnaGLOW on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All that links will be in the description of this interview. Follow us on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All that. Mohammed, number one blog in the universe. We out. Appreciate you.